My dad is a humble, salt-of-the-earth type of man, and I'm, well, a little loud. And since the show's contestants narrate it, there's no written script, our differing personalities really stuck out on camera. The producers let us know that while we were filming, we needed to say everything we were thinking and then some to let the audience in on what was going on in our heads. In order to be cast for the show, they had to see the balance in our banter, and initially, there was a lot more of me and not quite enough of my dad. If we can get about 75% less of you and 75% more of him, I think you'll have a shot of making it on, was the general sentiment. We took their direction. I didn't utter every thought I had, and my dad, for the first time in his life, seemed to vocalize what he was thinking versus just sitting back. We found our balance, and soon we were off and running, literally around the world. We didn't have much time to train and prepare for that first season, but we did as much as we could in the few weeks we had. The two things that you could do to ensure some success were to get in good physical shape and to correctly pack your backpack. We got to bring one backpack each, filled with all the supplies and clothing we might need in a race around the world. That means I had to pack into one bag all the gear I would need for bone-chilling conditions at the top of a snow-capped mountain, as well as for the hottest deserts on the planet. And I had to carry it all on my back. It's kind of like real life. You want to be prepared for every condition you could encounter, but knowing that what you carry will weigh you down if it's too much. I've learned to always choose wisely what I carry with me. I'll never forget my dad sawing off the ends of my Bobbi Brown makeup brushes in our garage with a handsaw. He didn't want me to weigh my pack down with makeup, but the few pieces he allowed required brushes. "Dad, those are good brushes. Why are you ruining them?" I yelled. "Too heavy," he said without looking up, and continued, "Why is Whitney Houston's husband making makeup brushes anyway?" Ugh, dads. Those two backpacks took us everywhere. Mine weighed 11.8 pounds, my dad's 22.7. We started in England, where we competed against other teams in classic medieval competitions. We had to catapult watermelons toward targets, and one person was even hit square in the face. Side note, if you haven't seen this viral moment, Google "watermelon to the face amazing race." Then we were on to Ghana, where we sold sunglasses as street vendors and learned a game alongside school children, where we rolled a bicycle rim the distance of a field using only a stick, all in over 100-degree heat. Next up, we raced through Norway and Sweden. We rappelled off bridges, went dog sledding through the snow while capturing flags from tree branches, and hauled enormous blocks of ice in Sweden's famous ice hotel. We rode bikes across European landscapes while remembering combinations we'd learned in other countries to unlock information about where to head next. Then we went on to plant potatoes in St. Petersburg with elderly Russian women, after juggling with actual clowns and sifting through film strips in a historic cinematography museum. And that was only half of the season. Finally, we came to the 8th of 12 total legs in the race. Racing to the Middle East, we landed in Oman with a map and a plan, and we were on our way. In case you didn't know, on the Amazing Race, we didn't have phones, which means we had to rely either on the locals for directions or on maps we bought at gas stations or airports with our small daily stipend. My dad and I started on the route our map showed, but then we saw the rest of the teams pulling off in a different direction. One of the groups we had alliances with yelled out the window to follow them, but we could see on the map that there was a shortcut, so we went with our gut. Well, there might have been a shortcut under normal circumstances, but due to a flash flood the week before, the road was completely washed out. We drove across the country for 3 hours in the wrong direction, only to have to turn around and spend another 3 hours just to get back to the place where we'd started.